Hi guys, and welcome back to the Venda Chef channel. My name is Funzo, and if you're new here, welcome. So on today's video, I'm gonna be making oats. So this is just like how I like to make them. It's basically what's on the packaging, but with just a little bit more of like a little bit of a difference here and there, as you will see in the video. But it's basically just making normal oats, but with just a little twist that I like to put in. Okay guys, so we're gonna start off by adding water to oats, and the measurements are on the screen. And while you're doing this, make sure that you're boiling water on the side, and again the measurements will be on the screen. Now you're gonna pour in the mixture into the boiling water, and then you're gonna mix it. So this is gonna take a while, but you're just gonna mix it until it almost looks like it's slimy, but it's actually not slimy, but it's just a little bit thicker. And then you're just gonna mix it until it gets there. It starts forming a little bit of bubbles when it gets to the point where it's like getting to that thickness before you're gonna allow it to simmer. And then when you allow it to simmer, make sure you allow it to cook completely so that you get the best results. So add in some salt, just a little bit of salt, so that it least for the flavor. And then you're gonna allow it to simmer again after this. So here is where I'm gonna add in the margarine. Then after this, I added in the sugar and then the milk, and then I just make sure as I'm eating each and every one of them, I am making sure that I'm stirring it in there completely. So just make sure that everything is mixed in. At this stage, if you don't actually want the margarine or sugar or milk added at this point, you would have just stopped when I started putting in everything, and then you can just serve it, and then you can add in everything after you have dished out for people, or you can add in whatever flavoring you want. It's all up to you.
Okay, so what I did in this video that is different from the recipe on the packaging, right, is just basically putting the oats into water first before putting it into the pot, into the boiling water. So for me, I feel like for me it's easier when I'm mixing them if I do that first. But I think either way is fine. But for me, that's just how I prefer to do it. I added my sugar, margarine, and milk while still while it was still on the stove instead of doing it later. What you can also do is you cook it up until the point just before I added everything else, and then when you serve it, you put in whatever you want to put in, peanut butter, fruits, anything that you actually want to put in there. Just for me, my preference is just putting in some margarine or butter, some sugar, brown sugar or white sugar if you want, and some milk. And for me, that means it's like it's a little bit much more like, it's because the milk is already in there. I can taste it at every bite, and it's nice and it's smooth. So that's what I like it. And I like mine a little bit more watery. So what you can do if you want to control the amount of water in there, it just depends. You can reduce it or increase it depending on how you like your oats. But for me, I like it just at like that medium way. It's not runny, but it's not too solid. So it's just that nice place. Like most usually if you serve it hot, of course if you let it like settle a little bit, it's gonna get solid. But once you put it in the microwave again, and you can add in a little bit more milk, or if it's still in the pot, just put it back on the stove and just let it melt again. It's gonna go back to that same consistency that you were putting in. Just don't put in too much. So that's just how I like it, guys. I hope you're gonna try it out. It's a nice recipe. I've been using it for a long while and I actually enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps me. Thank you for watching the video, guys, and until next time, bye.